Hey guys, welcome back to Naughty Threads. In case you're new here, do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss on any future videos. So in today's video, using all the waste material we have, we'll stitch this kind of mat. This could be used at the doors, or you can also use it like picnic mats. It's very easy to stitch, and all I have used is some cloth bags. Those were lying around at home. So I've used three colors. For the base I have used bright color, and for the weaving part I have used two contrast colors. So you can do this using single color, or if you have many colors you can just follow the way I did. You can follow the same method and stitch this kind of mat using all the waste fabric that you have lying around. For example, you may have some old t-shirts, leggings, or some shirts, nighties or kurtis that are slightly torn or too old to use or anything of that sort. So this is a very easy tutorial, so watch till the end and do give it a try. Also let me know in the comments what you think about this video. So now let's get started. So to make the mat, I'm using these kind of cloth bags. I have just one piece in red color, so I will be using this as the base, and then I have 2 or 3 in yellow and then 2 or 3 in this color. So for the rest of the mat I will be using these two colors. So you can do it using multicolors or just random colors, or just white with whatever color cloth bag you have, you can do this project. So first of all, we'll just need a rectangle piece of this base fabric. So I'm going to cut and trim off the handle. So there's already a line here. I'm just going to cut on that so that we can get rid of the handle. It's an extremely easy project. So if you guys have just started sewing, it is a very interesting project for you guys to try. Now what we'll do is we'll just cut out this measurement strips in both these colors, few in yellow and then few in this color. So let me just measure. I think I will just trim off these sealed sides. I'll also get rid of the handles from all the bags. So right now I do not know how many pieces I'm going to need. So I'll just cut few pieces and I'll start stitching, and then I will see if I need few more. So now let's see if the length is matching. So only so much is extra, so I will be trimming it off after I attach it. So now what I'll do is I'll just cut about 1 to 1.5 inch wide strips. So I've marked it at 1.5 inch, and I'm going to cut long strips of the same width. So you can just make a crease like this and cut the pieces. So I'll do the same thing with my other color, that is yellow, as well, and then we'll see how to stitch them together. So I have these pieces ready in both the colors. I have just cut one bag in each color. So now the next step is I have loaded matching color bobbin in my machine, and I'm going to just fold this strip into half and put a stitch like this. So once I'm done with this color, I'm going to do the exactly same with the other color. Right now, like I already mentioned, I don't know how many pieces I'm going to need, so I will just start off with these pieces. In case I fall short, I will cut a few more from the next bag. So the reason why we generally use this material is the edges don't fray. In case you're doing the same pattern using fabric, either cotton or denim, then you will have to slightly change the fold. You will have to fold it like this, like make 3 folds and then put a stitch. So when we stitch, there are no raw edges seen. So since I'm using a cloth bag, I'm just folding it into half and I'm going to stitch it. So I have stitched all these pieces, and now we'll just finish off with the base fabric. This end I'm going to just fold it like this so that it just gives a neat look. So 1/2 inch I'm just going to do a fold and put one stitch. I'll do the same thing on the other side as well. So I've stitched both the ends of the base, and now I'm going to start attaching these pieces. So I have stitched in the corner here. What I'll do is I'll just fold it like this so that the stitch is hidden. There is no stitch or anything seen, and I'm going to attach it like this. So one next to the other, I will be attaching the pieces like this. So same way I'll finish adding this color on one side. After attaching all the pieces, this is how it looks. So once we finish weaving, the base will actually not be visible. It is just to give that grip to these strips. I have added this base. Now keeping it like this, I will move these pieces, and the same way like how I attached my first color, I'm going to attach my yellow to this side like this. So I'm making the same kind of fold. So just the first piece you will have to lift the foot and start from here. Exactly the same thing, but the other direction. These strips are stitched like this, but yellow is being stitched like this. So same way, one next to the other, I will be attaching all my yellow color pieces. And just for your information, I have not cut any more pieces. So one bag of this color was more than enough for this size. So we'll be weaving it like this. I have already weaved 2 pieces. So once I finish weaving, I'll just make sure it's all tight and neat, and then I will add a pin here. So while we are stitching, we can just remove the pin and stitch. So how we do this is, we'll just alternate it. So this one goes up like this. So one yellow will be on top, the next one will be below the strip. It's a very easy step. But what you have to make sure is to get this piece right. So as and how you proceed, you will have to flatten this. Just make sure there is no red fabric seen, and then pin it. So same way like we flattened this, we'll also have to flatten these yellow pieces as and how we weave. So while we are stitching, we'll just adjust these. Even if there are small gaps, you need not worry. That will be due to these pieces because these are not flattened yet. So once all are flat, it will be covered. So this is how it looks. We'll finish weaving all these and then we'll just have to put one stitch here and then conceal these raw ends on all four sides. Once we do that, the mat is ready. I finished weaving the entire mat. So at this stage, this is how it looks. So here on one side, this is extra. So I'm going to trim before I finish off the edges. And on the other side here, I have pinned it using these round pins. So now just to finish the edges, I am using this left out of the base material. After attaching here, this was left, so I am just using the same to finish off the ends. I'll fold this into half and I'll cut it just above this seal here. And then we'll trim off these so that they get separated. So now here I have two pieces, but I'm not going to use both the pieces because I don't want this to be so wide. So I will just use this much just to conceal the ends. So I will cut in the center and make two pieces, and this also I'm going to make two pieces, but when I checked, the length is not enough, so I will be using some piece from here to join it here and make it longer. I have concealed two edges here, this side and this side. Now I am left with only this and this. I've kept this at the end because I'll have to keep removing the pins as and how I stitch. So I have extended this piece by joining one more piece so that it fits the length. And while I am stitching, I'll have to make sure this goes like this. So I'll start stitching from the corner here. I've just made one fold like this. So same way I will stitch the other end and as well, and then our mat will be ready. So just while stitching this part, you will have to be really careful. Make sure to trim this out if in case it's all uneven, and then we will conceal this. So now you guys know how easy it is to make this kind of mat. If you want to use these as coasters, you can just make small squares like this and make coasters and use it on your dining table. Even that works out as a very good and cheap option. So apart from this, yeah, you can make it in any shape you want. You can make triangles, you can make round. So any shape of your choice you guys can make. But because of this weaving pattern, it looks really nice and different. Instead of just joining straight pieces together, which will actually end up looking like a quilted piece, this looks a little different. So do let me know in the comments what you think about this video, and in case you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to check my blog naughtythreads.net, and in case you have not subscribed to my vlog channel Kanika Reddy Vlogs, do subscribe now. I guess that's all in today's video. I shall see you guys soon with more interesting stuff. Until then, take care. Bye bye.